Good morning, caregivers. I'm Carol Howell, and you have joined Let's Talk Dementia live on Facebook. Today is Tasty Thursday, and if you hear a little pitter-patter of feet going around, and please, Lord, I hope they don't bark. That would be our dog and our grandson dog. Leo is the grandson, and our dog is Zoe. I think you met Zoe earlier in the week when we did a little preview, and she was in it and gave me a kiss right in the middle of it. Well, I'm glad you've joined me today. We're going to make vegetarian Mexican casserole. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love me so much after you make this dish. I always make it the night before so that I can show you the finished product. It made our house smell so good. So we'll have it for dinner tonight. Maybe you will too. It's very simple. I will have the entire recipe, excuse me, in the show notes when you go to look for it on YouTube or later on Facebook, either way, and on our website. It will be there with all the details. You need to know that as you watch me make this recipe today, I am actually making half of a recipe because I made half of a recipe last night so I could show it to you. But when you make it, you might want to make the full recipe. The full recipe is what I will be posting, so you can take it and either half it or not, because it does make quite a bit. But if I'd made a whole recipe last night and a whole recipe today, we'd been eating vegetarian Mexican casserole for like 2 months, because it makes a bunch. So it's real easy. We're going to start out with a can of whole kernel corn that I've already drained, and then a can of black beans that I rinsed and drained, that I want to stick a little bit down in there. These have been in the fridge since last night. And then this is diced tomatoes with green chilies. Now, you can get this with hot green chilies. Not in my house, we don't. Girl barely does this. I've just recently started eating black pepper, so you know I'm not doing any hot anything. Gonna give that a little stir. This is so simple. Look how colorful that is. Can you see that? Michael, you might need to take your fingers and zoom in. See Michael zoom in and not cut us off. Got it? Oh, he made a funny face. What happened?
It's back to me.
It's back to you. You hit a button. Oh my goodness, we're not going to do that again. All right. I don't know what the man did here. Technical difficulty. There's the button. All right, don't touch any more buttons no matter what I tell you. We don't get paid to be good at this. It's a good thing. But we do give you good information. All right, so we've got corn, black beans. I laugh at myself. Diced tomatoes with green chilies. Then we're going to add 8 ounces of sour cream. Now, the information that I'm going to give you at the end of this show about calories and carbs and fat is with using either reduced fat or low fat sour cream. I recommend one of the two just to keep your fat down. The information there will actually be for fat-free sour cream. All right, going to give that a little turn. And then we have 8 ounces of picante. Now here again, you can choose whatever works for you. If you want the hot stuff, go for it, girlfriend. But this is mild because I don't do hot stuff, but you can really heat it up right here if you wanted to. For that matter, you could very easily put jalapenos in it if you so desired. Don't never do that. 2 cups of cheddar cheese shredded. All right, I think this is actually Mexican cheese that Aldi sells. I hardly ever buy just plain cheddar cheese. I figured why when I can get the shredded Mexican and have a couple different types in there. Oh, it's coming together so pretty. Here's your maybe unexpected ingredient. This is 2.5 cups of cooked rice. Now, I cooked that yesterday, just had it in the fridge ready for you. It's got a few little clumps in it, so we're going to stir that up. Oh, yeah. You actually could leave the rice out if you wanted to, and it would be more, it would be looser like a dip, but I'm telling you, it works great as a dip with the rice in it. And with the rice, it's definitely either a main course or a side course. It'll be a pretty healthy side course, let me tell you. It will be our entree for tonight. So we're going to stir that together. Then we're going to add to it, you grind up some black pepper here, about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now, who's going to measure that? Not me. Let's see here. Yeah, that looks good. Exact science. This is why Carol doesn't bake cakes, because you know with baked cakes you got to level off your measuring spoon, level off your measuring cup. You know I don't have time for that. Not interested. I've never baked a cake from scratch that came out right. Ain't gonna start today. Well, there, folks. That's the main part of this dish. All rather other than Michael zooming in. Can you see it good? There we go. So now we have preheated our oven earlier to 350 degrees, and I've taken a pan and lined it with parchment paper, as I've told you before. Got the clips on the side just to keep the parchment paper down in the pan till I get my ingredients in there. As soon as I start putting ingredients in there that will hold it, I'll go ahead and remove those so they don't get dirty. But this parchment paper is going to keep this pan nice and clean. And when you take this out of the oven and you put it on a dish to serve it, you throw that paper away, you just have to rinse your pan. Now you tell me that's not happy. If you are a dementia caregiver, you do not have time to wash a bunch of dishes. Actually, if you are breathing, who has time to scrub a dirty pot or a pan? Not me. So we're just going to push this around to the edges, even it out some. Oh yeah, isn't that pretty? I hope you can see it good. All right, now we're going to top this little baby with, you can do this two ways. I have today to top it mozzarella. I've been watching Cheddar on Food Network. You can put Monterey Jack if you prefer. This is why I chose mozzarella, because Aldi did not have any Monterey Jack. They had sold out, but they had mozzarella, and I thought, why not? I will be doing mozzarella in the future because it gives it, well, you'll see when I show you the finished product. It gives it a look that I really like. Then we're going to sprinkle on top of that. Now I start thinking Italian like pizza. We're going to, but it's not. Going to sprinkle on top of that some little green onions that I've already chopped. Oh, it's looking so pretty. You see this? Let me get a spoon here for our next and final ingredient is chopped black olives. You can buy a 2 1/4 ounce can. Now here, just do whatever makes you happy. If you really like black olives, load it up, buddy. And if you don't, then leave them out. But we do like black olives, so we're going to scatter those around. If you do slice, you can just put nice little circles around. But this is what Carol had in the cabinet. So maybe just a few more. Why not? We got them. I very much doubt we'll use the rest of those for anything, so let's put them on there. Now, hold on, black olives on my hands. Here we have this product ready to go in the oven. Isn't it beautiful? It's very colorful and it's really good. So into the oven it goes, 350 degrees for how long? Wait a minute. 50 minutes. And by the magic of television, this is not television, is it? We reach in here and we pretend like this is hot, but it's not. This is the finished product. Isn't that cool? I do not know what happened to this little corner up here. I think a mouse ate it last night. But if you use mozzarella cheese, it gives you this solid top, makes the toppings really show up. Doesn't it begin to look a little bit Italian there, a little bit like pizza? But when you cut into this little jewel, you're gonna go, oh gosh, this is really good. I'll get a knife here. Noisy, noisy. By the way, a serving of the entire recipe is 1/8 of it. So a serving here would be 1/4 of it. It's a very large serving. But get this, let me show you what size that would be. Okay, it would be a very large serving, but Michael, we have big appetites, don't we? Michael, they can't hear your head rattle. Michael. Okay, this is 1/8 of a recipe. It's a very large serving. It's 231 calories, 8 grams fat, 25 carbs, and 11 proteins. See, it's not so bad for you, is it? There's no meat in it to run the fat up. But when you cut into it, look at this. It's very good. Now, what Mr. Howell will be doing is he is going to be eating this with Mission restaurant style thin and crispy chips. Am I doing a commercial for them? No. Michael just got these free. So whatever kind of chips you like, it's a good thing to eat them with. But your host here, Miss Carol, I'm always watching my fat and calories, you know, all that boring stuff. And while I would like to eat that entire bag all by myself, I'm not going to eat any of it. I will be using instead cucumber rounds. That will be what I put this on. Now you need to know this I did not heat for the show because I didn't want to heat it through again. So it will be looser than this. You know what I just realized? I didn't do a plug for any of our sponsors. I got so excited. Michael's sitting there, why didn't you tell me? You should have told me. Our sponsors today, oh my goodness, are Vitamin Depot on Celanese Road. You can find them behind Dunkin' Donuts, and their phone number is 803-328-5800. Ask them about CBD oil. Now, I told you I was going to tell you something about CBD oil. Don't let me forget. HD Imports at Flint Street Extension in Rock Hill. Their phone number is 803-985-0985. And you can go to them for maintenance and repair of your Honda, Kia, Toyota, Hyundai, and Acura. I'm never going to be able to say all of that. And Life in the Carolinas at lifeinthecarolinas.com, the wonderful television show. You can find them on YouTube. And this week, I am recommending the episode called Remembering No More, which tells you about my mama. All right. I probably should do that again to be a good girl. So what I want to tell you about CBD oil, I've talked to you about it before, and David Graham sells it at Vitamin Depot, and I've been taking it for a while. And I thought, I ran out, and I thought, you know, I think I'm fine. I don't believe I need to buy the CBD oil anymore. So I didn't. And this week, after being off of it for, I don't know, maybe a week, maybe less than that, I started yesterday realizing that I was feeling droopy and even depressed, to the point that I really just wanted to cry. And I had no good reason to be crying at that point. I was sitting at one of our favorite restaurants yesterday when this happened. But in my defense, that waitress was rude. She come over and slapped things down on the table and act like she hated the world, for which I did have a word with the manager about later, because you just don't act like that. But I realized I don't feel good. I'm not myself. And I told Michael, I said, I don't feel happy. I feel like I could cry, and I feel like I'm on the verge of being depressed. And I said, but I just realized I've not had my CBD oil in probably at least 4 or 5 days, maybe longer. And so we are in Southwest Florida, nowhere near my friend David, but I did have to go buy CBD oil at a store here in town. And I did start feeling better again. I feel more like me today. So I had one of my friends ask me, do you think CBD oil would help my dad? And I said, yeah, I think it probably would, but you know, I'm not sure exactly how much it's helping me, honey. And now I know it's really been helping me. As you know, in this caregiving journey, we deal with a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety and a lot of the unknowns, and life can be hard. It's really helped me, y'all. So you might want to check out CBD oil there at Vitamin Depot. When you go, please tell David that you heard about it on this show. So that's David Graham at Vitamin Depot behind the Dunkin' Donuts on Celanese Road. You can call him at 803-328-5800. I don't care where you are. He can mail those products to you. And then real quickly, I'll get them in again. HD Imports, Flint Street Extension, 803-985-0985 for your maintenance and repair of your car. And the television show with Mr. Carl White, Life in the Carolinas. I would like for you to go to the top of your Facebook page with the search field there and type in Let's Talk Dementia. When that comes up, like and follow it, because starting May 1st, which is next Wednesday, I will be broadcasting from that page rather than my personal page, and I don't want you to miss any episodes. I set my timer, that means my time's up. But be sure and like me there. And our last day for this week's scripture, as we do celebrate the fact that we are resurrection people, that we have celebrated the resurrection, it's Matthew 28:6, and that verse reads, He is not here. What comes next? He is risen. Just as he said, come and see the place where he lay. That's amazing scripture which changed eternity for everybody, whether you accept it or not. It still changed the world. Well, I hope you have a good weekend. Tomorrow is Friday, and unless somebody tells me differently, I plan on sleeping late. I slept all night last night, first time I've done that. I don't know when, and I'm thankful for that. So have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday. And Monday we're going to talk about how to take your loved one out and about safely. Have a good weekend. Bye.